Hello everybody, it is Primal Logos here. Just want to make a quick and dirty video for you. Not going to be too long. I'm going to try to keep it short and sweet because, to be honest with you, information is constantly flowing through, and you know, I could give you information now, and 5 minutes from now it could be completely different information. So essentially, kind of what we talked about before is starting to pan out in Iran. We did see a series of strikes coordinated between Israel and the United States. Very early on the 28th of February. A series of those strikes are a lot of the institutions that we talked about in the last video. We saw strikes on Fordow, Natanz, Arak, Isfahan, all sorts of different locations throughout Iran, and those are still happening now. So, this list will go on and on as the day goes on. There are some notable things that I wanted to mention, though. We did see strikes on the Ministry of Intelligence, the Ministry of Defense, the Atomic Energy Organization, Parchin Military Complex, University Street. So we saw essentially there's reports coming out that this operation kind of started, at least in a kind of clandestine way, about 2 to 3 weeks ago, maybe a little bit longer, with a coordinated, I guess, psyop from Israel's side, putting out false communications, and to try to essentially consolidate the Iranian the Iranian military, consolidate the Iranian leadership, right, in as finite of a location as possible, and it seems to have worked. There's reports coming out that much of the leadership of the IRGC, like I said, Ministry of Intelligence, Ministry of Defense, etc. There's supposedly lots of casualties there in their upper echelon of their leadership. That's good news for the people of Iran. That's good people for the region as a whole. This is obviously an evolving situation, but those are the reports that are coming out now. There's also reports that there are sleeper cells within Iran, that are from Israel, that have been there for. Some reports are saying as far back as 2 years, that have been smuggling in drones and small munitions, to be ready whenever this possibly did happen in the future. And there are reports of drones being launched from within Iran that were attacking missile defenses, and those sorts of things. So, all that to say, the missile infrastructure and the anti-air defense, a lot of the leadership here does appear to have been, at least to some degree, incapacitated. Now, obviously, there are there Israel is still being shot at. I think there's Qatar was shot at, Saudi Arabia. There's all these, the Jordan, etc. Qatar, all of these nations are getting retaliatory strikes from Iran. So they're not completely crippled. So we will see, kind of how that shakes out. Remember, in the last video deep dive, the if you're Iranian leadership, your goal is to survive these first rounds of strikes, so that way you can retaliate. How limited their capacity to retaliate is now, and how crippled that leadership is it kind of remains to be seen. Um, but yeah, so far it's not looking too great for Iran if you are a pro regime, um, if you're a pro regime enjoyer there. So, obviously, some good information here for the people of uh, the people of Iran. President Trump has urged them. There's a quote here. Is urging them to take over the government when the strikes are over. The hour of your freedom is at hand. If ever there was a chance to take their country back, this is it. So I hope the people of Iran take this opportunity, and I hope that we look at a very different situation. Here not too long from now. There's a video clip on I think it was on X. I can't find it at the moment, but it was from Bill Maher. Let me see if I can pull it up for you. Hold on. It was a video clip of Bill Maher talking about more or less this situation, but it was back on January 31st of this year. Bill Maher, Iran. Let's see. I believe it was on a group that is focused on kind of talking. It's like a Joe Rogan spinoff, a parody account almost. But essentially, he's saying, "Oh, here it is. I'll just play it for us real quick."
Bigger and more people. We've seen these demonstrations in Iran before, but this was bigger and more people have died. Mm-hmm. But I think maybe more people have died because he said he was going to help. This looks like a Bay of Pigs to me. This looks like America's going to come and help you. Where is it? Remember the Kurds in 91 when they thought they were going to get help from America? Vietnam could make the same claim. I mean, a lot of people have felt let down by us. I thought Trump was different. Where are you on this? Because all these bodies that I see, these body bags in Iran, I think a lot of those people went in the streets because they thought, oh, he said he's got our back this time. Where's the help?
Well, the generals have told us that short of sending in a massive number of troops, it will be another Iraq.
Well, then what did he mean when he said?
I don't know, but if you look at it from a larger perspective, because of Israel, this is one person's opinion. Because of Israel and President Trump's backing of Israel.
Yeah.
The Middle East is safer than it has been in 20 years.
Absolutely.
Hamas is on its knees, Hezbollah is on its knees.
I gave him credit for that.
Iran no longer looks invincible. And you know who is applauding us every step of the way? Not out loud, but the Arab countries.
Look,
every one of them.
If Venezuela causes Cuba to fall, if he somehow gets Venezuela, Cuba, and Iran all to be not these horrible places they were, he should get a Nobel Peace Prize.
So that's the video that I was talking about there. So yeah, I mean, I think back then, obviously on the 31st, I think it was a good call out. I think I'm curious to see kind of how he reacts and some others react now that we do have obviously some movement on that side. So I am glad that we are. You could make an argument. Well, that's not really why the United States is acting, and it's certainly a multifaceted thing, right? China buys, I believe it's around 1.2 million barrels per day from Iran of oil. So, that obviously doesn't hurt our situation. If there's a friendly regime there, obviously that's not going to hurt our situation. It benefits peace in the Middle East. It cripples groups like ISIS and Hezbollah and all of the other terrorist groups that operate in that region that are supported by and funded by and trained with Iran and take direction from Iran in some cases, allegedly. So, I think this is a win for everybody involved. And just because we benefit from not just helping the Iranian people doesn't mean that those actions are bad. If we can stack 5 wins on top of helping the Iranian people, that's not a bad thing, and anybody that acts like that is foolish. So, but yeah, I think this is obviously still developing, and as things kind of ramp down, I will try to gather as much information as I can and get a deeper dive video in. Obviously, if this conflict spills into weeks long, then that video might be pushed back some, but I'll try to give updates as I can. So but yeah, I did want to talk about it, get it out there for you guys, and just highlight, like, hey, we're seeing some of the things we talked about unfold. And which was, I mean, that's not a pat on my back. I mean, these were kind of, if you look at the situation and you look at the conversations, I think most people probably could have come to that assessment. So, but yeah, just thank you for tuning in, and let me know down in the comments, are you excited about the prospect of the Iranian regime change? Are you in support of these strikes? Are you in support of the coordination with Israel? What are your thoughts surrounding this development? Thank you, and hope you have a good rest of your day. This is Primal Logos signing off.